Hi, I'm Kerry Walker, Director of Community Services. Today we'd like to showcase a couple of the cooking classes we'll be offering this fall. First, I'd like to introduce instructor Christine Long, who will be teaching a class on solar cooking, where all participants will create their own solar cooker. After Christine, we'll hear from Michele, who was a contestant on Sugar Dome, a popular show on the Food Network. Now here's Christine.
Thanks, Kerry. My name is Christine Long and I teach solar cooking. I first got introduced to solar cooking at the Solar Festival in a small town called Hopland up near Ukiah in Northern California. What started as a hobby has now become a way of life, and I enjoy sharing my experiences and my knowledge. During the class, we actually assemble a solar cooker, which I've brought one today, this is what it looks like. And not only do we assemble a cooker, but we also go over a lot of essential cooking tips, safety. When you take my class, I also provide you a digital solar cookbook that you can take away with you. You can pasteurize water in it and you can cook pretty much anything. Well, what I love about solar cooking is that you don't use any energy except that from the sun. So it helps to save the environment and save some energy. Nothing worse than coming home from work and having to set your oven on or your cook stove on a very hot day. And we're fortunate here in California and in a lot of southern states to be able to solar cook from March through October. So we have a long period of time where you can do solar cooking. I love it, as I said. I enjoy sharing the experience, and one of my goals is to help preserve the environment one solar cooker at a time. Some of the things that I'll be teaching in the class, besides assembling a solar cooker, is the history of solar cooking, the types of solar cookers, what you can cook, when, how, where, some basic essentials, the type of cookware you can use in your solar cooker, safety tips, and even some camping, RVing, and emergency preparation, how you can pack it up and take it with you to go. And now I'd like to turn it over to Michele, who's going to talk to you about cake baking and decorating.
Thank you, Christina. My name is Michele Guerra. I am the owner of Express Sugar Designs, and I'm happy to be teaching classes here with the city. Some things that you'll be learning from my classes will be sculpting shoe cakes. I will also be offering a sculpting class. We're going to learn lots of techniques. We're going to be working with rice cereal trees, chocolate, multiple mediums. In my classes, we'll have a lot of secrets and tips of how to create things just on a dime. I also have recipes that I will be sharing with my students so that you can bake better cakes that are firmer, that can handle the challenge of carving them, and icings that'll work. Today I'm going to be modeling for you how to make your own stamps for cookies. And these are just one of the techniques that I teach in my classes. So basically what I've done here is I took a picture off the internet and I piped some royal icing around the shape, following the lines just like a cartoon picture. And this is going to be a volleyball cookie. So what I would do is let this dry completely, and then I take it onto my fondant, which I'm going to roll out, and just roll out a really thin piece. This is a fast way of decorating a cookie as opposed to using royal icing, which you have to wait a day for it to harden. So I kind of like to get stuff done real quickly. Then I just take my pre-made stamp, one of my techniques that you'll learn in the cookie classes, and I press lightly because all I want to do is make an impression. And now this is going to be my guide for piping the design onto my cookie. I'm going to take a cookie cutter because this is a volleyball that we're making today. Peel that off. Okay, and unfortunately, still going blind. Then I'm going to take my piping bag, make sure that my ring's on nice and tight. I have in this bag, I have some royal icing that I've colored black the night before because it takes a while for the color to really come true to its darkness. And I'm just going to lightly pipe on the icing Just gonna follow my lines. And this is like I said, this is just a technique that makes it so you can make cookies really quickly, as opposed to color flow, and it's just different techniques. I also will be teaching how to make 3D designs on cakes and cookies. And I'll have a baking class where we're going to learn how to bake from scratch. So it's kind of like having date night. You come to my class, we bake 2 different kinds of cakes from scratch, and we make fillings and icings. And you go home with 2 6-inch decorated cakes that you have made in 3 hours. Okay, and then continue my piping around, finishing up the design. I also work with my students in troubleshooting and making sure that they're getting techniques correct when they're piping, and trying to figure out how to create things when you don't have either a mold or you don't have the funds, and you have to find what do you have at home that I could use that will get this close to what I'm working with. We will also have isomalt classes where we're working with hot sugar, which is one of my favorite parts of cake decorating. So I will be showing people how to mold shoes, how to make crystal crowns for cakes and cupcakes, also how to make your sugar, and how to make large batches of it and preserve it for future use. So now that my cookies is done, I'm ready to go ahead and put this onto a cookie. So I did this in advance for one of my daughter's cookie groups, her volleyball team, and they were the striking gummy bears. So we just took some candy ribbon and some gummy bears and attached them, and then they had cookies. Another fun thing that you'll get in my class is using the things that you already have in your home. So I have multiple molds that I've gotten from local stores, and I don't always have the shape that I need for a cake. Like the Cowardly Lion is going to need a courage badge. Well, I don't have the specific one, so I'm going to use molds that I have and kind of shape them differently. And also in my classes, you will learn how to make your own molds to create things that will also work for your cake accessories. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to laugh, we're going to learn some recipes, we're going to learn how to make sugar slick and glossy like you would to make a patent leather shoe, and with my special recipe that you can't get on any internet or television or grocery stores. It's my secret recipe, and I'm happy to share it with those who are happy to share the joy of sugar. So thank you so much, and we hope to see you in our classes. Back over to you, Carrie.
Thank you, Michelle. For more information on these classes or any of our other fall offerings, you can pick up a fall events guide at any of our community centers or go to cityofvacaville.com. Thanks for joining us.